Hi friends, it's Dr. Copeland here, and I am going to read you one of my very favorite books. It has a character in it that many of us have already heard about. Do you know who that is? That's Humpty Dumpty. And this book is called After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know, it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. But then one day I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's horses managed to put me back together again. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. Look at that. Do you see Humpty Dumpty? He looks kind of sad. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. Do you see all the really fancy, brightly colored cereal at the top? Well, Humpty Dumpty couldn't get up there. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. Do you see Humpty Dumpty there? He's walking past that wall. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Oh, do you see that right there? What is that? It's a paper airplane. There must have been an idea written in it. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day I kept trying and trying until I got it just right. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. They always do. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it, but I was terrified. Oh my goodness, terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time. You see, he's going up the ladder. Until I was no longer afraid. Do you see that? Where is he? Humpty Dumpty is at the top of the wall. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. Do you see what's happening up here? Some parts are falling off of that shell, and it looks like there are feathers coming out. I wonder what's happening. I see pieces of shell everywhere, and then I see birds' wings. He was the egg that learned how to fly. That's a really cool story. It's about the time that Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall and he was afraid to get back up because he was afraid he would fall again. But he thought about it and he gathered up all of his courage and he started climbing back up the wall. And once he got to the top, he realized that he could actually fly. He was a bird just waiting to come out and fly. Well, friends, we cannot wait to be back at the lab school with you. We want to be back in class playing and pretending we are birds and flying all over the playground. And we will see you soon. Bye.